The Hammers crushed and the Gunners hushed. The claret and blue beaten by 2. A decent week in fantasy? Points galore? Not sure. Let's see. The good, the bad and the ugly at Liverpool FC for EPL and FPL Gameweeks number 18 and 19 at Christmas. Run the intro, Santa. Welcome back, one and all, for what is actually, let's say, the Christmas edition of The Good, the Bad and the Ugly at Liverpool FC, brought to you by yours truly, Ben Green. When this is published, it will actually be the 28th, so it's a little bit late, but you know what they say, better late than never. Thanks a lot for coming along. As I always say, there's a few new subscribers joined in the last week or two, so that's very good news. For those that haven't, remember, press the like, subscribe, notification bell so you know when the next episode is available. And without further ado, and before I get too warm in this hat, let's get into it with the good. The good this week is Liverpool qualifying, or getting through, let's say, to the Carabao Cup semi-final following a 5-1 demolition of West Ham. I have to say, it's the game was a lot easier than I thought it would be, to be perfectly honest. West Ham didn't really turn up, and we had goals from Szoboszlai. It was nice to get him back on the score sheet after a few blanks recently. Also, a double from Curtis Jones, which was very nice, and one from Cody Gakpo and Mr. Mohamed Salah bringing up the 5, and one from Jared Bowen on, I think it was about 78 minutes or something, when pretty much, I think they were 4-1 down by then anyway, so it's pretty much academic. Very good result, can't complain. Liverpool will be playing Fulham in the next round, so that will be an interesting game for young Harvey Elliott. Let's see if he gets a start, and that will be a home fixture as well. So let's hope there's a good atmosphere at Anfield. See if we can get into the second final in the competition in as many years. So well done, the Reds. And I've got my old mates, the LFC online, there with their Twitter full-time at Liverpool 5, West Ham 1. That's full-time post-match reaction and your man of the match, please. Me, it will be hard pressed. I think you have to say Curtis Jones, to be honest. The guy had a very good game. I'm very happy for him. After, I think he's been injured recently, and then he did get dismantled as well against Man City. So it's nice for him to come back and contribute to a great performance. So well done that lad, well done the team. And we don't actually have a bad this week per se. I would say it's more of a not bad, and that is the draw with Arsenal. Of course, many would say Liverpool should have won, and I would probably say that would and should have been the case. There was this handball by, I think it was Martin Odegaard, wasn't it? I think, which wasn't given. Apparently, the reasoning is that he was falling, and if you fall and the ball hits your hand, then it's not a handball, apparently, as I've seen online. Liverpool fell behind after about 5 or 6 minutes, I think, with Gabriel Jesus putting the Gunners ahead. And Liverpool were able to equalise through Mo Salah, and one of these very much kind of Route 1 goals, let's say, a long ball forward from Trent. And Mo Salah was able to latch onto it, turn the Arsenal defender, I think it was Zinchenko, and blast it past the helpless David Raya. I think his name's David Raya, isn't it? Good result in the end. Great game, end-to-end stuff. If you didn't see it, you missed a cracker, even though it was just 1-1. Both teams thoroughly committed. When you compare it to the Man United game, completely miserable affair. This was anything but, and couldn't have been further away. So great result. Liverpool were unlucky not to win. I think they shaded it in terms of chances. A bit wasteful, really, to be honest. And Trent hit the post, I think, the crossbar. And I can't remember who had the other shot, but there was another shot which hit the post. So Liverpool were lucky or unlucky not to get the 3 points. And I've got LFC photo here. Full time, Liverpool 1, Arsenal 1. Goal, Mo Salah. We deserve to win that game. And I think on balance, that's probably a fair assessment of the match. But we didn't lose, and I think this is the main thing, to be honest. It's very good for the confidence, at least, that we didn't lose and that we're able to match Arsenal toe to toe. So that's the not bad for this week. And for the ugly, which we don't have this week, but we do have a smugly, and that would be the 2-0 win away at Turf Moor yesterday. So that was a good result for Liverpool. Tricky ground. And Liverpool, I have to say, were somewhat fortunate, having taken the lead through Darwin Núñez after, I think, 6 minutes. Harvey Elliott came on and scored what seemed to be a good equaliser, but unfortunately our good friend VAR intervened, and that was swiftly chalked off. I think it was because Mo Salah was impeding the goalkeeper. I don't know. Well, he was standing in an offside position as well, I suppose, but he wasn't involved. But still, yeah. Disallowed it was. And to be honest, Burnley, with a bit more quality and a bit more composure in attack, could easily have won this game, by a couple of goals, to be honest. Very wasteful finishing and just a lack of quality for them, unfortunately. Oh, well, fortunately for Liverpool. Step forward, I wouldn't say forgotten man, the very, very missed man, Diogo Jota, who done a kind of, let's say, a 1-2 with Lucho and was able to pick up the return ball and slot it through the legs of the Burnley goalkeeper, who was very impressive on the day as well. I've got his name, Young Trafford, isn't it? Slotted it through his legs to put the game beyond doubt. So that was a good result for Liverpool. I've got the LFC official Twitter account here with ending 2023 with 3 hard-earned points on the road and a little high five emoji there. And yes, hard-earned it was. I think Liverpool probably made harder work of it than they should have. But let's not take anything away from Burnley. I think they played very well. And as I say, but for a bit more composure, a bit more quality, it would have been a very different story for our friends in the green and white shirts. And before we wrap up, let's have our look at FC Bumpy Grastard's progress over the last couple of weeks. So for game week 18, you can see here 39 points from an average 36. So not bad. And then so far this week, at the time of writing anyway, 32 points from an average of 14. So actually not bad there. In week 19, Douglas Lewis didn't do as well as I'd hoped, unfortunately, but Solanke done well, as did Morris as well of Luton. Woodrow, yeah, he's a bit more of a placeholder really. I've got my eye on a transfer for him. But overall, not so bad. Could have been a lot worse. And let's see how it turns out with the Gooners and West Ham later on this week. And a quick look at the leagues after game week 19. You can see I'm on 32 points there, as you saw, with 971 points in total, still in 8th place. But 12 points behind Change Name, who's in 7th. But I'm fairly confident I'm going to hunt this guy down. Remember, it's a marathon and not a sprint. And moving on to the League of Leagues, but discreetly named, of course, 2085963, where I've gone up into 3rd position. I see a couple of the teams around me do have a few more scoring opportunities in players that haven't played yet. So let's see where we are on the other side of the festive period, let's say, which should be over in time for the next episode. So let's see. So far, so good. I'm quite happy with the progress. Let's see how we get on. So that just about wraps it up for me. Hopefully it's not taken too long, actually. It's quite warm in this hat, I have to say. I don't know how Santa manages, but I find it quite warm. Anyway, thanks very much for coming along. It's much appreciated. Remember, like, subscribe, share, press the notification bell, and follow the blog, of course, which is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And yeah, let's continue to grow the channel. I hope you've all had a very pleasant and enjoyable Christmas without too much stress, because it can be that sometimes. Hopefully it's all gone off very well, and in advance I'll bid you all a very happy new year. Until then, peace. Your LFC file. Now is Liverpool getting into the Carabao Cup, or the English Football League Club. This week's the bad. And the bad this week is actually rather discreetly named, what's it called, 208 here from LFC Photo, where they say yes, FT full time, sorry.